Morning, 7th of January 2022. I am the soul pool, you are the soul pool, we are the soul pool. It's bitter cold here in England. Astro DJ woke me up with a tune, and one word, objection, showed me a courtroom and somebody standing up and saying objection, and then the judge saying objection overruled. So either somebody's going to court or somebody is literally objecting to something but they haven't got a leg to stand on. I don't know, we'll see. Objection. That's the one word that's important, objection. So what are we objecting to? Objection. So, arguments, I suppose, because in a courtroom they're called arguments, aren't they? Arguing your case. So obviously there's people here that don't agree. They see things differently. Maybe someone's objecting to something you're doing. Filing something to stop you doing, building something, I don't know. There it is, before lunch again. Just because it looks very, very cold outside, there's probably frost on the ground. But the card is the Chariot today, and it is in the reverse. So you watch yourselves driving. Don't speed. Speeding tickets, parking fines, accidents, emergencies, mechanical problems, control issues. Somebody's trying to control a situation and that's not going to work. Like I said, parking tickets, speeding fines, two opposing factions, which fits with the song. Codependent situations. Either you feeling like you cannot survive without something or someone else, or somebody doing that to you. Clinging to you as a lifeline, it's not healthy. It's when you feel you can't exist without another, that is unhealthy. And there's no peace. She's looking for peace. 9 years. Oh, issues from your childhood. You're in a child. Something you have to face in your shadow self. Sometimes get this with child abuse. If your childhood was unhappy, or an event from your past that was unhappy is returning. It's time to plan and then take action. Communication is very important, but you cannot control this. That's today's card. There is a bond, a union within 2 months. The truth is coming out and it will bring success. That is also sex. But be alert, be aware, because it could be a one-night stand. This is Jack the Lad. Those born 1966 plus or minus 12 February. Fire sign energy. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. It's someone who takes action without thought and doesn't follow through. So, unfinished business. This is not over. A chapter needs to be brought to a conclusion. Those born on the 21st, living or past, date for your diary and address. Massively important in a negative way. So we've spoke about the 21st. It keeps coming up, doesn't it? Something probably on the 21st of this month. Fixed signs are mentioned with this card. Taurus, Leo, Scorpio and Aquarius, and those born 1965 plus or minus 12 February to February. But this is a never-ending cycle that needs to come to an end. So action without thought. You need to plan. You can't just act and expect it all to go okay, can you? But don't try and control it either. So be alert, be aware, be ready for anything. And there it is. So they want you to bring this to a close. This codependent situation has to end. And then you can travel to the object of your desire, be the person, things or events. The 21st is massively important. And it'll be up to you and what decisions you make, whether it is successful or not. Because Spirit are giving you two gifts here. Communication and stability. Perhaps a new home, a doorway to another life, new job, new career, new financial security. But it's something that you have to take and nurture, and then it will grow. It'll pay off within a year. 2-8, no, that's the 7. You're overthinking things here, keeping things close to your chest. Somebody wants to escape. Somebody wants to get away with something they don't deserve. Yeah, and there is someone on the wrong path, the man of action. So you may have known this person for a long time. It may be somebody that you've grown up with from childhood. It may be a father figure. It may be brother, uncle, whatever. But he's a man of action. He puts his money where his mouth is. He's not like the younger version who acts without thinking. He just does it. Yeah. Someone may be walking away from everything they've ever known. There's probably the lockdown thing, wherever you are in the world. It's finally going with your gut instinct. Listening to Spirit. You're not meant to walk this next part of the journey alone, so they are sending someone to walk with you. It could be someone in spirit or it could be someone in the flesh. But you will be leaving all you've known behind. No longer being seduced by material matters. Hospital doors, healing. The intestines and the abdomen. Any issues there will be healed. There's one on the 9th or the 27th. Living or past, date for your diary and address. Massively important in a positive way. So that's turned around, hasn't it? Something you've done has changed. So it'd be interesting to see if it's the 9th, which is 2 days from now. It's also the grasshopper, the cricket, if you like. People say when you can hear crickets, you could have heard a pin drop. There's so much silence. So something is a like jaw-dropping silence. Or someone in spirit may have liked cricket. It all depends on who you are and what situation you have. So this means that you need to cut through the bullshit, get to the point, speak your truth, drop the burden, and return home. And home is where your heart is. Home to yourself, not necessarily to a building. You have to put the effort in and finish what you started, not give up halfway. 8 years. Communication, especially via the internet, there's a Capricorn energy. You can achieve anything, but you have to put the effort in. And there is unconditional love. So we have two men here. It could be a same-sex relationship, fire sign and a water sign, or just two people who are equals. One takes action and one loves unconditionally. You've got to stop overthinking it, stop being so blind, drop those thoughts, see things as they really are with clarity. So it looks like a proposal, proposal, a new home, a new job, a new career, a new business even. Something that's going to pay off within a year, but you have to end a chapter first and move forwards. Going with your gut instinct and listening to spirit. A lot better read than yesterday. Lay the burden down. Yeah, seeing things clearly. The 18th. It's definitely something that's come from last year because we've got the ox in there. So, torn between two properties, two people, two situations, two jobs, spreading yourself too thin, looking after elderly parents, grandkids, etc. But not choosing to put yourself first. So nothing's going to be easy, but it's going to be worth it. It'll be a hard road because Spirit are giving you the green light. Yes, do it, but it is something that you have to. It may be something returning from the past, something negative, but Spirit is saying yes. A new beginning, 9 months, something like that. Maybe children, maybe to do with children. Maybe there is something in the past to do with children that's negative, but then Spirit give you the gift of a seed. And some of you, maybe there's failed pregnancies in your past and you've given up hope of a baby and there's a baby there. But there's a yes from Spirit, a new beginning. Again, we've got that bloody Jack the Lad, fire sign energy, one night stands. He doesn't finish what he started. He's all about the passionate communications and trying to get away with something. Unfinished business. He's got no stamina, doesn't stick at anything. The fox in the hen house. You already got away with your chickens, he's coming back for your sheep. Give them an inch, they'll take a mile. And impatience. So someone's taking action because they're impatient, but it won't serve them because they can't control this situation. They think they can, but they can't. And it may be because maybe simply that they can't travel there because the car's playing up. Yeah, there's someone giving up material things for love. A businessman maybe, a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, somebody who's prepared to give up everything for what they love. Could be a man in uniform, a lone wolf, somebody who does things differently, walks to a different beat of everybody else. He doesn't fit in. But he could have a failed marriage, business, something behind him. He could also be the one you don't choose because it's a unreliable, unpredictable friend. Someone who could be a dangerous enemy. Was once a friend, but now a dangerous enemy. Whatever happens, you're not sitting on the fence anymore. You've made a decision. Things are not what they seem though. If they look good, don't get too complacent. If they look bad, don't worry so much. Because as long as you speak the truth, it's come out twice. They do double up when they're adamant about things. Speak the truth, shame the devil. You will achieve success. However, whether that's permanent success or not is up to you, because you have to put the effort in. Sex. There it is again. A handsome stranger walking into your life, or someone that you know, fire sign energy, because this isn't over. Unconditional love. It may be a watch sign man with a fire sign child, but it's spirits or gypsies card for the handsome stranger walking into your life, and it will be unconditional love. Somebody doesn't want this change to take place. Somebody is fighting against it tooth and nail. This is somebody who's not no backbone, not strong enough, or they're still grieving the loss of something else. Scorpio energy, it's reproductive organs and shared resources. So it could be the person that's grieving over the loss of the child. Money-wise, they're not in a good place. So 13, negative energy. So somebody may be saying we can't do it yet, or it's not possible yet because of finances or whatever. If you wait, you'll wait forever. So if somebody's impatient, they're not going to wait any longer. It's not going to happen. So let's see. Yep. A bond, a contract is broken. A commitment is over. A marriage, perhaps, it's ending. A young female, perhaps a child, could be the issue. But she will. She's a positive energy, or a younger female. Oh, I knew that was coming out. So, I hate this card. We've had this conversation before. You can't escape that way. Somebody's thinking the only way out, the only escape is suicide, planning. That's not the case. And spirit are really annoyed at you. And I'm not trying to make matters worse by beating you up. But if you're feeling that way, I'm telling you, things are about to change drastically. And you will have done it for no reason, is all I'm saying. And I'll say it again, reach out if that's you. I don't know why you would think that that's the right solution. For others of you, somebody is using that as a blackmailing tool, male or female. Somebody is saying, if you leave, I will kill myself. And if that's the case, you get them help and then you walk away, because you'll never be free of that person. And that's not your karma, it's not your fault, it's not your problem. There is a female here, because that's gender specific, mourning the loss of someone. So if you've lost a partner, a male, through suicide, then know that they are contacting you, they are speaking to you today. It could have been someone in uniform. It could be someone in uniform. It's someone entering your life in a positive way or fighting. And why that would be positive, I don't know, but you've got to fight for this love, this union, this partnership, whatever it is. And there's a reunion. You can lay the burden down, you're reuniting with someone, but it's messy, it really is. There may be a loss of a home, a building that's a negative energy on the situation. It could be the courthouse that we spoke about in the beginning, but you have to speak your truth, no matter what. Don't be telling any lies, otherwise you'll come unstuck. You have to put the effort in and pay your dues, really. Do the due diligence, whatever it is. And there's a positive communication coming. Imminent arrival of a message, a text, a letter. This isn't over. Someone's no longer waiting there. So they've given up waiting for this. So maybe it'd be a very unexpected text. I know. Somebody knows. Your gut instinct tells you. Aquarius energy. I know. And it is your wishes and dreams come true, but you have to face the chaos head on. The best way to predict your future is to invent it. So you're manifesting your own future. Nobody can say what you have to do, where you have to be. The name Alan and Kay is important, and Alan did come up quite a lot yesterday in the Astral DJ. Expect to be tested, yes you will, and shown waves of the future. This is about sudden insight. You suddenly see things very, very clearly. Seeing into the future, brand new, stubborn individuals, but someone who will fight long and hard to have the freedom to stay weird, and they will fight for the rest of us to stay weird as well. So there could be more protests. It is about crowds and fame, marches. They will fight for the rest of us to stay weird as well. Whatever is taboo or outlandish greatly appeals to them, if only in the imagination. So oftentimes they are artists, inventors, and speculative writers. They can be great humanitarians, but not very practical, and inside every Aquarian, no matter how attractive or glamorous, lives a geek. The type who wants to escape the mundane world and enter the realms of fantasy. So, living off the grid, the graphic novel, appointment games, and role-playing. At the same time, they can be rational and tend not to get caught up in emotional drama. So for some of you, that communication on the internet may be role-playing games with avatars or whatever across the internet. At the same time, they can be rational and tend not to get caught up in emotional dramas. Aquarians are more interested in friendship over romantic relationships. In fact, Aquarians at first are a friend before being a lover. So there's the friend. It may, like I said, it might be somebody that you've met online while you've been playing one of these games. Unless, of course, you insult them by disagreeing with their far-fetched ideas and then your history, which goes back to the song, doesn't it? Objection. Aquarians are very attracted to people of other ethnicities and races. That could be somebody who is of a darker complexion. So they do decide to couple up with someone. It's generally a person who does not come from the same background, or sometimes even the opposite gender, which is what I said about it. For some of you, it could be a same-sex relationship. Through all relationships, Aquarians will develop and grow, often as some kind of artist. Yet there is always a disconnected quality to Aquarians. They are noticeably peculiar, and in this they pride themselves. They don't want to be the same as everybody else. You can be assured friends and friendly alliances are about to help you achieve your goals. It is possible you are to meet a group of people or become involved in an organisation that will support you in an unusual plan or idea. It may be like a family group, but the emphasis will be placed primarily on the ideas of the crowd. So if so, you can consider yourself the idealistic Pied Piper at the front of your group. You may find yourself dealing with persons from an exotic or dissimilar background, those of a different ethnicity or culture than yours, from which you will learn greatly. Transgender people and cross-dressing may possibly mean something in your world right now, and you will acquire different concepts and approaches through these dealings, which are changing you. In the coming months, travelling to faraway exotic places are likely to factor in. So you can't go yet, but you will. Mastering a new technology and dealing with futuristic concepts will be of benefit to you. Whatever you accomplish in the near future will be based on how well you master these new ideas and approaches. Science fiction and fantasy may become objects of an art form for you. Another meaning behind this card is the meeting up of cutting-edge people, those who challenge what you believe to be true or established, though it may not be. So a truth that you've believed in is going to be shattered. Many times these people will be artists. With this card choice, you're likely to be mastering something new and untried, which will lead to greater awareness and success, which is that. 3 aces, you've got something brand new that will lead to success. The future, speculation, vision, speculative literature, science fiction, planets, stars, outer space, outside time and space, aliens, technology, computers, bionics, electricity, phones and other modes of communication, mental expansion, flights of genius, arrogance, flightiness, bisexuality, cross-dressing, optical patterns, pewter, silver and aluminium foil, taboo subjects, original ideas, free thinking, the unconventional, groups and associations, people of like mind who may be of a different mind to the rest of society, a bohemian crowd, going against the status quo, marching to a beat of a different drummer. What did I say? Daring to be uncommon, appreciating the odd and unusual, taking on a challenge. So facing this chaos head on, not being afraid to get out there into society, follow your guiding light. Any issues with the ankles and legs will be healed. You may be seen as eccentric, and it may be a surprise to you. Stand alone, the future, technology, outer space, mastery. So taking back control of your own life, which is massively important. And then your wishes and dreams will come true. 17 and 23 could be important in a positive way. Yeah, and it's your destiny. We talked about destiny yesterday, didn't we? The fork in the road. Now we have 24. So the 21st, the 23rd and the 24th are all mentioned. Could be an important time. It comes clear on the 18th. We've got the 17th. So 17 and 18 comes clear. 21st and 23rd and 24th is the action time, I believe. It's about your authentic purpose, your inspiration, and your free will. Spirit is saying, don't blame them if you make the wrong decision, because you have free will. They can't decide for you. You have to decide for yourself. So when the map maker of destiny appears, it's a sign that you're being given the opportunity to transform your fate into destiny. But you're ignoring that transformation, or somebody doesn't want you to do it. At birth, each human being is given a unique map with a myriad of paths that intersect with one another. Your map of destiny shows all the places you're meant to visit, the places where you'll be challenged to evolve to a higher aspect of yourself. Remember that you're a spark of the divine come to earth to experience itself in human form, and as such your path is unique. It's also somewhat preordained, and fate represents the events in your life that were meant to happen and that can't be changed. Fate is transformed into destiny according to how you respond to your circumstances. Destiny offers you the ability to make great opportunities out of fated experience. So free will and choice are possible at certain points on your map. Now is one of those times. You are faced with a relationship or circumstance brought to you by fate. How you respond will lead you to your perfect destiny. Your ally may assume the form of a soulmate come to heal your heart and be your companion. Perhaps your challenger makes you face the things within you that must change in order for you to have what you want. Maybe fate brings you an ally in the form of a wonderful new project, or the challenge in the form of a failed business. No matter what form they take, all are perfect expressions of fate, inviting you into your destiny. So pay attention as your map unfolds now, and remember that fate makes the map, but destiny is determined by the manner in which you engage on your journey. So, businesses. Obviously, if you've lost a business, a failed business, something is challenging you there to not give up, to do what you can to salvage from that, and then decide. Your path is to decide, what are you going to do now? Are you going to go back to working 9 to 5 for somebody else, or are you going to try again? Because every successful business person has failed. Everybody. We all fail. And it's the same in relationships. Are you going to stay and keep chucking your resources good after bad all the time, trying, or are you going to cut your losses and say, look, we either change this or we get out? You've got to make that decision for yourself. Spirit can't do it for you. There's nobody coming to save you, and you're going to have to decide. And they've reiterated what they said yesterday. We're on this path. We have to decide ourselves what it is we want, and are we going to live our lives or someone else's? Controversial, I know. But if you're in the right job or the right place, people will encourage you to be yourself, to do what you want. I'm not saying just go around as if you're single. That's not what I mean. You've got to make some compromises when you're in a relationship. But if you're in the wrong relationship and you're walking around on eggshells, why are you doing that? You speak your truth. You say, this changes or I'm off. And then stick to it. Do you know what I mean? I don't. Spirit of getting annoyed, sorry. Yeah, and they're giving us the same card as yesterday. So they're proper reiterating, and Kristen said the other week the same thing. They nag when they've got something that needs to be done and you're just sitting there twiddling your thumbs or sat on the couch in your bloody joggers. No. 64. Maybe you're 64 years old and you think you're too old for it. You're never too old. The most selfless thing that you can do is to fill up your own inner well. When you're running around half filled, you subconsciously look to other people around you, codependent situation, to fill that void, to nourish and nurture what we crave. But if it's not the thing that we crave, it's not going to fill that void. Nothing can grow in barren lands. You are no good to anyone if you're running on empty. Tend to your own well and watch as the amount you have to give multiplies. If your inner well isn't full, you will find yourself craving things from the outside world to fill it. Material things. This is our body's instinctive way of reaching for grounding and nurturing that we are not allowing ourselves. What nourishes you, what refuels your body, what is the nectar to your soul, what brings you back to life, what is your secret medicine, what makes you feel abundant and fertile and overspilling with life, what makes you feel alive. It may be gardening, arranging flowers, getting a massage, using luxurious essential oils, snuggling up on the couch, hiking, sipping a good coffee at your favourite cafe, attending a women's circle, reading about sacred sites, spontaneous bike rides, walking on the beach or yin yoga. What nourishes you is your medicine, and when you give yourself that medicine, you need to be nourished. You nourish all those around you, for there is more than enough to go around. Do something that deeply replenishes you today, something for yourself and only yourself. I mean, I've lost count of how many times I've shuffled these cards and we're still getting the same scenario. The same cards mostly. It's ridiculous. So it's time to start listening, I think. You can have your wishes and dreams coming true, but you can't have it without a bit of a discomfort. And I think it's that discomfort that's stopping everybody. So your natural frequency is being restored and big changes need to take place. True balance awaits you, but you need peace of mind. So you need to sit and contemplate, and then balance will come back to your life. Somebody's maybe overdoing it, trying to juggle too many things, and you've got to make sure that you're healthy. They've been saying that for weeks as well, haven't they? Ideal hours. Take time to lie on the emerald grass. So lay on your back, look at the clouds if you're lucky enough to be in summer. If you're like us in winter, you might have to forego laying on the grass. Just look up at the clouds, especially the stars, because it says find comfort in the night where the world switches off and the stars burn bright. So take time out just for you, just to sit in peace and quiet and collect your thoughts. Thanks for listening.